Here we go. Get that mint condition on here right now. Oh yeah, here we go. Sing my song, girl, with nothing left to say. Love was so strong, at least at the beginning. Would have been ending. We had it all. Hello. But it's like we run into a wall. Now we try to talk, but just in the fighting. Try making up, but there's just no denying. Just ain't the same no more. No more. But are we putting ourselves through all this fall? Talking hear me, but you can't communicate. 'Cause you're not listening. Girl, these are two different things. I won't see you what it means to have been blinded by the one you love so deeply. Oh, the very things that make me love you are the things pushing me on. Pray now, until we stand here with nothing left to say. All I could do for you, I should have done before now. With nothing left to say. And we're so giving, spirit so free. You drew me in and I feel so deep. I cannot you in it. Girl, you gave me a lot of attention. Somehow the feeling turned. But I didn't look deeper. So would I honestly not be mad? You can hear me, but you can't communicate. You're not listening. Girl, these are two different things. Now I see. Woo! This song blinded by the one you love so deeply. Oh. I had my pride, girl, and you had your pain inside you. Wanting to have your say, irritated, frustrated, and hurt. Baby, this is so confusing, girl. I thought this was the real thing. Oh, the very things that made me love you are the things that pushing me away now. With nothing left to say. All I could do for you before now, with nothing left to say. Hey, oh. Come on, sing it. Tell them. You are the things pushing me away now. Until we stand here with nothing left to say. For now, until we stand here with nothing left to say. Away now, nothing left to say. Oh, for now, nothing left to say. Hey. There is nothing left to say. That's that real music, y'all. Oh my gosh. What? Ah! What is going on, y'all? What's happening? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Phew. Woo, that song right there, it speaks volumes to my soul. Things that I live, learn, and
experienced. Shit. Damn. You know? Stuff you don't never want to go through again, you know? But one thing I'm starting to come to understand about this world that has been changed so much, but not necessarily for the good. We in trouble, y'all. I'm just gonna say it just like that. I don't know. This live, if the feed can stay on and hear everything I got to say, I might have to put a thumbnail on this one and make this one some official content. Like I usually so pivotal up in there that I'm just like, okay, I need them to understand. Y'all need to come up in here. So we talking relationship goals in the art. Right? We talking when you did all you thought you were supposed to do and it still wasn't enough. We talking other situations where it ain't even that deep, man. You already know it ain't nothing deep about it. You just trying to have a good time and keep it moving, and the other person should understand that from the way they are commingling and participating in the flow of the vibe, you know. But then, you know, sometimes people's little egos and stuff, man, they come out in the worst way, like for real. And then what make it so bad is you get these weird wake-up calls. This is what I got a couple of scenarios I'm about to talk about a little bit here today, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of testimonials, but I'm gonna tell y'all one. Now, one I'm not gonna get into as much. One of them I actually did a video about. Like the whole video was dedicated to that situation, right? And then the other one was something that happened to me years ago. But I did have a semi-recent follow-up to it to just, y'all know how it is, fellas, man. Y'all, you know, ladies don't give us credit for being equal participants in that L word thing, you know what I'm saying? But when the LOVE starts showing up, and you know it is what it is because you mature enough to recognize it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know it's not compatible enough to, or efficient enough, or realistic enough, or logistic enough to pretend, oh, we just gonna, you know, love conquers all. No, that's a phrase. That's not a reality. That's a song. That's a poem that sometimes is written by somebody telling the truth, and in other cases they just trying to make some money. Right? So tell them what they want to hear, and they'll sing along, and they'll defend it, and they'll try and act like they're gonna live by it. But then you're gonna find out in real life how some of these lyrics could never apply, y'all, to every situation. They just don't. Did y'all hear what I said? They just do not appeal. They don't latch on to real situations all the time. Most of the time they don't. A song is a song. Now that one I was just singing, good gracious, I'm telling you, I lived that thing in various versions of the situation. That man said, oh my gosh, the things that made me fall are the things pushing me away now. Like I done woke up and realized what I thought was making me feel love. You know, yeah, I may have been in love under some illusions, but when I see clear, man, what was I doing? That ain't gonna work. And there's nothing wrong with trying, man. I'm gonna say this. They always say, now this one I do like, this phrase I do like. They say it's better to have loved than to have never loved at all. I agree with that now. I'm gonna be real. You ain't lived life until you don't love something, in my opinion. You gotta find love. It may not be a person. It may be just, you know, you love your dog or something, you know, whatever, something. You know, and when you have that loss or detachment or whatever it is, or rebuilding, because nothing lasts forever. You can have a wonderful relationship with something, and then things still fall apart at some point because none of us live forever, or none of the circumstances stay the same forever. It could be something that's not even a living thing, right? And you know, it could be your favorite car, toy, shoe, shirt, hat, whatever. Nothing lasts forever, right? So, now, since we quoting lyrics and songs, right? You know what Andre said, right? Andre 3000, shout out to the legend. He said, if nothing lasts forever, then what makes love the exception? Like, for real. Can we be honest? Like, what? Now, I would say love is not, I think when he said that lyric, it's a beautiful lyric, but my personal interpretation of it is love is forever, even when it withers out. Love was love if it was ever love, and love just remains. Now, which is why when you think back about the good parts of something, you can't deny that nostalgic feeling. That's that love still there, right? But that don't mean you got to try to revisit something that caused you a lot of pain. That don't mean you got to pretend to work through what can't be worked out. You know, you don't do that either. You'll destroy yourself. Trust me. Don't play them games with your mind and your heart. Don't do that. Don't do that. Understand when you are fighting a battle that cannot be won, and move on. It is always for the best. Please believe that. Okay? Can I get a witness? Somebody hit that like button and subscribe right about now, and I'll be right back with y'all. We're back, and we are back. Again, Joseph R. III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Might switch topics for the beginning though. The main thing I plan to get out of this one is just talking more about relationship goals in the art life, y'all. I'm trying to get my tunes back on so I can vibe out with y'all a little bit. If I got the option, I'm gonna have it, right? I'm gonna use it if I can, right? I like my music. It helps me. It soothes my mind, you know what I mean? Keeps me on the up and up, even when things are on the down and down. Oh, whoa. Pardon my vehicle and my little weird contraption to try and keep this phone steady. Oh my goodness, this is a mess. Sorry, y'all. It's gonna be what it's gonna be till I get it right. I'm trying to keep the phone cool and cover it because the heat is out today. It is hot. Got that direct sun, and I know that'll knock my phone off if I don't have it covered on the way I got it sitting on this dash. So anyway, oh boy, and I got a little congestion, so I'm not sick. That's I don't claim that if it ain't for real. It's just I know where it came from. Waking up so dang early to go to set the other day. I mean, I didn't get but like 4 hours. My body, like the older you get, people. Let me tell y'all something. Young folk, listen. You meet somebody older and they tell you, man, get you some sleep. I don't care what nobody telling you about trying to act like sleep overrated, all that old bullshit, all these other phrases people be making up. There's no such thing ever been in the human existence. Sleep is one of the most powerful, important things you can do for your body. It is the ultimate healer. And if you ain't getting enough rest, your body gonna react to everything that's around it all the time that you don't even be knowing. There's germs always floating around us, but we don't get hit until our defenses are down, your immune system down, because you ain't got enough rest. And that's what always happens. And like I said, I don't think by any means I'm outright sick, but I was around a mob of people. It was a little bit of, it was on set, and it was a big group of folks. We were outside, so it ain't like we sitting up in a cooped up building breathing each other's air. But I think the heat exhaustion a little bit of, let me do it when I'm thinking about it. Dehydration. Dehydration is the #1 enemy. You start getting dehydrated, you don't even know. Again, you like water and no good sleep, man. Please, you lucky it didn't feel worse, you know. But I'm gonna be all right. I got a whole weekend to rest up coming up. Depending on how I get these orders and everything else going on in life, I hope to get out at least one day and do a little something for myself, man. If I don't do nothing, go to the town and walk around like I tend to do. I go on the belt line and stuff like that. I'm gonna do something to balance out this work-life balance thing. It's imbalanced like a mug. It's extremely imbalanced right now, and I gotta get it back on track, you know what I mean? So anyway, damn. Pardon. I know that's really gross, but pardon to have to do that on screen, but I'd rather get it out than be talking congested than in the middle of a word just go, I don't want to, no, just get it when it's coming. Oh man. It's that body, phlegm is that way of your body trying to gather up everything that's wrong and get it out. And that's all it is. It's just like, before it turns into something serious, it's like, come here, put you in this goo. We're gonna push the goo up and get it out, you know what I mean? But I'm always like, as long as I ain't consistently sneezing, coughing, or worse, the more ultimate thing, get a fever, I ain't claiming no sickness, man. Fever is the one. That's when you know. Okay, damn, it got me. If you ain't got no fever, you gonna be all right. It's just some BS on the surface that's got to get knocked up. Knock it the hell out. So, to finish my thoughts, I was telling y'all I went to set and had a pretty decent day, other than being tired as hell. And there was a lot of irony in that day, the way it worked out, because I recently had a situation. I made a video off of it, where there was a lady that I had met on a previous film set. And when I met her, this is the most important part, when I met her, I thought she was fairly attractive, like, oh, kind of hot with it. I see you, girl. It was like she was playing a role that would fit her looking hot, you know what I mean? It was like a night vibe, something like that, as I remember. I can't really remember, but whatever it was, put it like this, you had to look cute at least. Maybe not sexy, but at least cute. And, she had put on all the usual accoutrements and everything, the makeup. Hair was done a certain way, edges laid and all that old stuff, so the gel down, whip it up, and they gonna put, hey, you go through hair and makeup on movie sets and TV shows, so they're gonna make sure you look according to whatever the character is. And if the character requires you look cute, they're gonna get you cute. You could not think nothing of yourself. You could feel like, man, I look like warm over shit this morning. It don't matter. They're gonna, by the time you go through that machine, you're gonna be like bedazzled. For real. I've seen it too many times. They're really good at the art of what they do. That's why they're the professional hair and makeup people on film crews. Not everybody is great, but most of the ones I've witnessed over the years, I can see why they're working. They do their thing. So anyway, when I met her, she was pretty impressive enough. And I ain't gonna give y'all the whole story again. You can go back and watch that video. I got a video right here where I said, she would, what did I say? I said, she will finesse you to the end. Like, I had a bunch of skeletons in a desert, like all these men on their phones, and they're all skeletons holding their phone. And she just giggling on her phone in her bathing suit, like, got another sucker, and she was curvy, but not overweight, right? Or at least she looked, this is the way she looked when I first met her, right? And I thought, damn, this is kind of a hottie right here, right? Then she flashed up the hottie card, like, oh, by the way, after we got to talking a little bit, she showed me that she had an Instagram, so we swapped Instagrams, and she wanted to make sure I saw this one sexy shot of her in some lingerie style outfit with some stripper type heels on, and the damn makeup all extra out and everything, and it was like a back shot. If you know what a back shot is, it's all about, hey, you show off the backside because you got one, right? And she was well endowed, you know what I mean? And the main thing that would make it kind of provocative is that she would pass for, by American standards, at best people might think she was a white Latina. But if you get to talk to her and realize, oh, no, she was like Eastern European rooted. But, had grown up here, very much so. So it's very American and all that. Kind of country with it, even, in accent and stuff. But anyway, so, not from Atlanta. But I always say, everywhere in this country is country outside the major cities. All you gotta do is get outside the city, just a little bit too. I ain't talking about a lot, like 30 to an hour outside of Philly. It's like every other countryside I've never seen in my life. It's fields and fields, and she was not Philly, I'm just giving an example. Fields and fields of milk cows, them black and white cows, and it's a big dairy hub, you know what I'm saying, Pennsylvania. And like anywhere right outside Atlanta, you're gonna see, like where I am right now, I'm looking at cow fields and pastures and everything. Maybe y'all can see them over here on the side as I'm passing by. It's like, yo, that's the real South. That's the real America, actually. I mean, the farm agricultural era truly did, and in some places still does, feed some segment, of this country. You feel me? So anyway, that's what that was. But, and so anyways, she, I see this lady and I'm thinking, yeah, she's kind of hot, right? So I want to stay in touch. She gave me the right to be, we both, followed each other on Instagram and all that kind of thing. And I explained later, you know, the kind of stuff I do with ONYXCON. And I reached out to her to say, yo, we should get together and do some content and all this. And all, like I say, I don't want to tell too much of my other video. I want y'all to watch that story too. But the long and short of it is, she was always too busy, always too busy. But what would be hilarious was she kept pointing me, and anybody, not just me, she never outright said, hey, you should join my fans of Onlys, but she made it pretty obvious in all of her posts that if you follow her, she's in business. And she wants you to check in and see her in other ways. And if you want to really talk to me there, and let's make this money. That's all she's thinking about, right? And I thought about, man, you know, I've known of how bad this has become with a lot of women that are using that as their means of income. And obviously it's not her main means, that's for sure. Because she does that and some other jobs, and of course she's trying to make it in the film biz as an actress and all that, right? So I just told her one time, because she had shot down an idea I had about something for content. It went from I'm too busy to, oh, I don't do that type of stuff. And all it was, I was saying, hey, I might do a thing like for relationship goals in the art life, my segment of this, what I hear right here, right now, what I'm talking about, relationship stuff. But it would be like a game show style thing, kind of like Pop the Balloon, with, you know, Arletta Mooley and her husband, what they did. It revolutionized the whole market where everybody does pop the something balloon, whatever. But it wouldn't be a balloon, and it wouldn't be the same format, but it would remind you of that type of show. But the whole point would be for people who are in the art world or love artists or want to be with the artists or whatever, something tying in with being creative. And she's that. So, I mean, I thought, yeah, this would be perfect. She'd be a great guest. And it wasn't the only person I reached out to. I reached out to, like, man, lots of women I know in the biz and not in the biz, you know. For the other ones that know me better and I actually know them, some of them, and I ain't talking about people I've dated or anything like that, just really cool homies. Man, I had a little crush on them. They know it. They may even have a crush on me. In some cases, I know they did. You know when a lady say little thing, you give her a certain kind of compliment and she throw it right back like, oh yeah, you good too. I like what I see. Dude, like, oh, look at us messing with each other. You know, but it ain't. But you also know it ain't really meant to go nowhere with that person. For some strange reason, there's this invisible wall that y'all both know is there, and y'all just kiki and caca through it, right? As they say, kiki caca, right? Women love to throw that one. Oh, we just kikiing. Yeah, but we kikied the hell out of this shit till it wasn't nothing in some cases, right? Now with this one, it didn't never feel that way because I never could meet her to even see if it was kiki caca with the wall between us. But the irony is she would always reply. That would be messing my head up, fellas. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. We'd be like, she ain't the average, man, because the average baddie online with a bunch of made up pictures and the waist trainer and always in the gym trying to keep the chunk from turning into flab and all this. And then what I've learned is filters, hello, is what's really doing the work. Damn, that's what's doing the work. You know, we don't do well with that if you keep replying, because most folk just ignore our DMs. You know how we know how it go, man. They made us, baddies have made, hotties have made this whole world out of, I ain't gonna say hotties in general, because even though that is a general term, it kind of parallels baddie in this era. And I even call my one page on Instagram ONYXCON hotties, and that was a reflection of the times, that's all, you know. I give credit where credit's due. Megan Thee Stallion made it a word that black folks say, because we wasn't saying hotties. We, you know, she a honey, she a bad girl, maybe baddie, but Megan did the crossover word, and so, you know, it worked. It became universal, and I like diversity and I like universalisms in some ways, depending on what the word. And I thought that one was tame enough and cute enough and official enough, so that's when I added that to make that one page and celebrate the beautiful ladies of the world and their talents. So, oh, and I would also mention this person, I posted her on there, you know, and she always loved that. She really appreciated it. I was supporting her career and putting her out there, like, you know, yeah, like, yeah, you know, can't say I didn't ever try and help you make $1, you know. Be right back, y'all. Here we go, we back, y'all. So to complete my story, or try to, I take the risk for y'all, man. It's all about making, I gotta keep the content flowing, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give y'all something to watch, something to learn from, edutainment, that's what we about, you understand what I'm saying? You're gonna be entertained, but we're gonna learn something too, okay? So here we go, back to this thing I was at set. Like I said, met this lady, chopping it up with her and everything, trying to figure out why she's not the average, excuse me, baddie type that, you know, just, I look fly, you follow me, lust for me in the comments, you lust for me in the DMs, and I never really reply. I might put a little heart on whatever you have to say and keep it pushing, right? And now, mind you, she did do a lot of the same old average stuff. She would do little hearts and stuff sometimes and leave it at that. But because we're both in the film biz, I think she was smart enough to know at least, like, man, I'm bound to see this person again. Let me not just totally push them off if I'm not feeling. But that sends mixed signals, like I said, because you're selling the image of being hot and sexy and sexual energy. I mean, literally. I mean, like I said, it has a fans of only. Yeah. And not the kind just sharing your hobby of knitting. We talk about the stereotype of what most hot girls on that app do, okay? And while I didn't see anything that indicated she goes all the way, hey, she do what most cam girls do, and that still requires a birthday suit activity. Let's just put it like that. You feel? So yeah, she about that life, and then she works in that nightlife too. So it's like, I'm like, man, put it all together. I know this ain't my type for anything serious, but I'm like, yo, everything ain't gotta be serious. And where I'm at right now, I honestly just want a safe, good time. You know what I mean? Safe, keyword, good time. Make that times, plural, because I'm not no one off and be done with you type of guy. Like, if I dig you, if we got good energy, we got chemistry of any sort, even on the just, you know, there's lover friends, you know what I'm saying? There's true friends with benefits. That's what I kind of started imagining in my false narrative I was building in my head, which is so dangerous, fellas. That's what I'm mostly trying to teach here. We got to do better. I'm saying we. You hear me? I'm talking about myself. I'm making myself this is my testimony, and I've been talking about this a lot lately, or enough videos lately, including the one where I'm talking about her, and then I had another one where I was talking about a whole nother situation. And we fall for the look, man. We fall for it. We really do, man. With the hair, the makeup, the everything, those illusions, the smoke in the mirrors, we go run right into the mirror. You know what I'm saying? We just smash our head almost every time. Because, I mean, let's face it, a beautiful woman is worth her weight in gold. I mean, if it weren't true, it wouldn't be tried and proven time and time again throughout history. But the worst thing to realize about any lady, two main things. That, for one thing, that the look you think you looking at ain't always what you looking at. This world of makeup and hair extensions and everything else, man, oh my gosh, it is a what the hell's going on? Like, we don't know what we looking at half the time, y'all. I'm serious. We really, I know it gets said all the time. People make jokes about it all the time. Even rappers that done got woke a little bit about it, start talking about it, and made it a constant topic for decades now, but not enough. Not enough. Because the reality is, the majority of that, the cultural phenomenon of the baddie, of the hottie, and all that, it's all false. I promise you. Even when it's real, it's false. Meaning, if a woman is naturally beautiful with no makeup, has her own real hair, and it's a type of texture that works for you, textures, because for me, I ain't got no one type. I ain't got no type on ethnicity. I ain't got no type. I do have types. I always say I have types, plural. You got to fit into the types. But I don't have one type, you know? And my types are still very, you know, there's certain requirements. It ain't, you know, and it's definitely not just one ethnicity or anything like that. I will say height matters. I don't like anybody over 5'7" on average. Well, I should take that back. I may still be attracted to a woman who's a freaking giant. If she's beautiful, she's just a big version of what I would like. I just wish I could shrink her. You know what I mean? I mean, like, what's her name? Angel Reese? Oh my gosh, Angel is so goddamn fine. Woo, Angel is, Bayou Barbie, goddamn. But Angel Reese is fine as hell, and I'm so proud to have her in Atlanta on our dream team. Shout out to them, doing the damn thing. Yo, she's just a gorgeous woman, period. She really is. I saw a pic of her the other day, and I didn't know who it was, because, you know, again, hair, makeup. She switched it up, wore some hair I ain't never seen her wear. Had the makeup done a way I never seen done. I was like, who is that? And I took a minute and realized, oh, that's Angel, because, you know, it was the caption, Angel Reese. I said, oh, whew, damn, she's always pretty. It's just she changed the look so much, thought it was a whole nother woman. You know what I mean? This is my man. Makeup and all this stuff, it will throw you. Oh my gosh, it'll throw you so hard. You got to be careful, man. Don't fall in love with the makeup. Don't fall under the illusion of the makeup. Enjoy the show. I mean, it's like it's an art form. You clap, clap, clap for those who know how to do it well, and what y'all did, and what your subject looks like in the end. All of y'all get a round of applause. But guess what? I'm tired of falling for the okie doke when it comes to, like I said, I create my own false narrative, which most of us guys do. For women, give us a little bit of attention, and she's on that level of usually getting a lot of attention. She's the one that gets all the attention, and then she give you a little bit back. I mean, just it's like y'all built this BS. I didn't create these rules. If it were more common that women were just friendly, genuinely friendly. Not I was just trying to be friendly, but they're not that friendly. They mean as hell and crazy. No, you genuinely are friendly. You genuinely can express yourself and make it known in the beginning. Look. The first time I compliment you, drop it then. Be like, I love compliments. Don't get me wrong. But if any of that is with the intent of trying to sway me towards maybe going out with you, honestly, I don't have time and I'm not interested. See, she left it at, I don't have time. She just kept saying, I don't have time. That don't tell a dude you don't never want to go out with him. That just means I'll wait till you're ready. You know what I mean? Right. But you'll see when you watch my video, like I said, the one that says, she will finesse you to the end. And the end is simple. She just wants everybody to become, get fed up enough of looking at her on Instagram, wondering what everything else looks like that she's teasing, and join the fans of Only. I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good. I'm good. Oh man, see, just got to get all that congestion up out of you, including these false people, So, in retrospect of it all, what made me feel the silliest was just that I didn't think I would see this person so soon. I always knew I'd see him again, right? But if you watch that video, she did a real passive-aggressive diss on her brother. Like, I really just leveled with her finally and just said, I shot my shot in so many words. I said, I'm basically shooting my shot, wondering. I said, I'll be honest. I said, I laid it down for her, see, because I'm not skimpy and leaving anything to imagination. I'm gonna drop it just like what's in my head, right? I don't play that. It's true Virgo shit. You know what it is. All my Virgos shout out. The real ones, because there's people out here faking the funk, but still born under the sign, you know what I mean? But the real ones, we thorough as hell. We just thorough. We can't help it. It's the only way we want to move. So I just basically let her know. I was like, I'm not thinking that we're compatible for some relationship. So I don't know if that is something, you're even looking for. I said, be honest, I just want to kick it with you. And if it turns into something fun and intimate, great. But even in that, I just want to kick it with you. You just seem like you'd be a lot of fun to hang out with. And I like that you always respond. I like that you're creative like I am. We're both artists. We're in the same biz. That's how we met. And I see your story because, hell, I follow your Instagram. You tell you don't tell your whole life, but you tell enough to give somebody an idea of where you're going, why you want to go there in the first place, blah, 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 right? And the fact you always respond, I said, your type usually don't respond at all. It's just not like that. So because you have given me that, it made me feel like, oh, man, maybe I'm a little special and don't know it. Or maybe she ain't said it, but she's just waiting to have a moment where she ain't busy, and she'll be like, guess what, Joseph, let's hang out. I'll be like, oh, shit, here it is, my weekend. But by then, I might be with somebody else or whatever. This train don't stop. We keep looking. This mission don't, and I ain't gonna front, man. It could take months. You feel me? It could take a year depending on the finances and other stuff going on, or just time, or how these women ain't responding and ghosting and doing all the goofy stuff they do on dating apps, or when you meet them in person being goofy too. So it go all kind of ways, but I never know when my next ship is coming in. I swear, every time I doubt it may not, that's when she shows up. That's when she shows up, every single time. I feel like one's coming now, who knows? We'll see, right? So, I said all that, and I said, and then I saw that when we first met, she was sneaking a little puff on this one of them goddamn vaping box things. And I said, oh, Lord, you do that? I don't mess with no smokers, man. I don't like that smoking ish in any way, I've tolerated some in the past. I've tried to deal with it. And I always say if I had to just let my guard down a little bit, it would be somebody who vapes the oil if they into the weed shit. Because that smell, I can't do it. I can't, and I don't want none of that fruity mess. Them artificial chemicals floating around and getting in my lungs too. I don't like that mess, right? So she said, and she finally replied, which was in the same, again, she's shooting back real quick. Let me find what's there. And that's what made me send the enough shoot my shot message, because we were just, kicking it, shooting the breeze type stuff. And I said, let me love with you. Like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, I've just always been curious. Are you feeling me or want to know about me? Because I don't know that I'm feeling you. I don't know you. I never got a chance to hang out with you for the first time. It's just, I'm curious, is to explore here. And she was like, I put you in the friend zone from day one. And to be honest with you, I'm just not really attracted to you like that. But I'm cool with you, and I'd like to, the usual, it's good to know good people and all that old bullshit, But the worst part, I didn't care about all that. That didn't bother me. I live with all that. And I told her this. I said, you did everything right till you said this one thing. She told me something. I just don't date regular guys. I said, I saw that word regular, man. It was like the page on my phone was on fire, y'all. I said, no, she did not just say nothing about no damn regular. Okay? So, and I told somebody else this story recently. They fell out. Like a lady, she was howling like, "Oh no, she didn't say regular." Like even she was offended. Like, I'm with you. I know what you mean. Like, what are you trying to say? Ain't nothing basic about me. I'm phenomenal. I'm an artist supreme. I've been doing, and then I went back. This is me talking. I was like, I've been doing what you trying to do for years. I've been doing what you trying to do for years, baby girl. You trying to make a name in the biz. I'm already respected a little bit. I ain't saying I'm a name in households, but in this business, I come on certain sets and they're going to be about 4 or 5 people on crew going to know me. They're going to be a couple of people in background going to know me. They're going to be a couple of people who going to say, yo, man, I remember when you worked on something, you were great on that or whatever, And I do independent stuff. I do mainstream stuff. I done been in every Marvel movie back in the day. I've been on every major TV show back in the day. And I'm still going to be on more now because I'm coming back. I'm easing back in the door, y'all. Tell y'all right now, when y'all start seeing me on your screen, be like, ain't that dude I follow on yeah, that. Hold on, let me pull up my phone. You gonna be going like this. That is Joseph. I promise you. Just, and I don't stop. So here it is, right? She did the ultimate diss with that whole regular word. I was just fine for that one word set it off. And I didn't overreact. I didn't get mad. She said, I don't want to offend you. She said that twice, like, because she knows she feels it. You're going to offend somebody saying this stuff the way you're saying it. You stand a chance to. So you anytime you declaring, I hope I don't offend you, well, you did. Like, the fuck? Who says that lame shit? Like, so I was like, man, okay, all right, got you. But for the record, baby, ain't nothing about me regular. And there will be a day, I literally said this, I said, there will be a day you'll look back and say, why did I, of all people, say that to that man? Because you will be just happy to be able to say, he flirted with me one time. I think he was interested in me. Right. I thought too, because I was under the illusion of makeup, hair, on-set glam, and not what you really look like. Oh my gosh. So here's what happens in life, right? Now, this had been years since we first met. For this breakdown in the DMs, and it all stayed in the DMs. The whole connection, can't even call it a friendship. Like, we never got a chance to hang out, right? It was more or less just, I won't even say friendship, just acquaintance in the business, right? And I was just like, yo, let's see what this gonna be, because I know I'm gonna see her again, right? And I know I'm trying to, get back into getting some bookings. I'm getting booked on some shows again. I'm kind of getting back out there, you know what I mean? You're gonna mess around and see me. And I didn't think it would be so soon, y'all. When I tell you this latest thing I just did, it was a super early morning call. Like I told y'all at the beginning of this one, like, I'm tired because of it right now. Yeah, this is recent. I'll say that, it is what it is. When I tell y'all, imagine 6 o'clock in the morning, literally 6 to the AM, 5:55. Standing in line with different departments, hair and makeup out, they gotta check you. You're getting checked in with the PAs, the production assistants. I know that life because I did it. I'm shaking hands with all them, telling them all that history so they know from get-go, don't treat me like these other folk get treated sometimes. I mean, some people don't do that, but for the ones who do want to talk down and treat people less because they background, don't bring me that bullshit today, okay? I'm a real one. I know too many, and I did what you did twice, 10 times, goddamn. You know, and they quickly pick up on it, and most of them be younger, and they see, oh, this is the older gentleman that ain't playing, and they read you real quick, like, yeah, I got you, OG, you know, and it's cool. So I was getting that energy, and I'm standing in one of the lines waiting, and I see this lady crossing the lot. It's early, it's dark, it's hard to see. She gets within range of some light that's nearby, and I see it's her. I said, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And she met eyes with me and tried to look down and do that whole I didn't see you bullshit. But it was, I mean, there was nobody near her. It's not like she's walking with a group. She's by herself. She's looking tired. She got this, you know, typical, got your bags and everything for doing background, because you gotta have all these clothes for them to look through and pick an outfit. And she, and you know, and ain't no make, it's early as fuck in the morning. Ain't no makeup on. Ain't no makeup. Ain't nothing covering up what it really is, right? And I ain't seen you in years. She done gained weight. I don't care what you've been posting lately online. I see what people mean when they talk about these filters that can make you look thin or thinner. They ain't gonna necessarily slim you all the way down. That would look bizarre, and people would know something ain't right. What is that? But the ones that give you a little bit of a tummy tuck, they using them, y'all. I swear they using them. They don't take a picture without them. They don't do a video without them. I'm telling you. This look like a whole nother. The only thing is I just know her face well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to say she's not cute. She's cute enough, you know, enough. Again, what I see without makeup, I said, ugh, wow, this is not what I thought I was looking at. And it just got worse throughout the day. Because, okay, so here's the point. I looked at her. She looked at me. She tried to look down. I'm still staring at her like, I'm going to say hi as soon as you're here. Because she got too far to go to get to the end of the line. She got to pass right by me. Other people are looking at her too, because you're the new person walking up, you know. So people look, ooh, who is that? Okay, how you doing? Good morning. You know, wait, like, hey, she said hi, and she waited, did the little fake smile and kept walking. And I know she was feeling like, I can't believe he's here. I just said all this bitch, this message. Yo, you gonna see the same people again. My favorite lyrics, my favorite songs. Tribe Called Quest. You see the same faces, but at different places. When you're up, everything is palsy. Get a million daps and all the girls give you hugs. Oh yeah, I can dig it. So I'm trying to remember all the lyrics, but I love that. So you really want to be in show business and you think that you got what it takes? I mean, you really got to rap and be all that and prepare yourself for the breaks. Check it out. Do you want to be in the business, getting running on at shows, the business? People want to stick their nose in the business. I don't like calling women hoes, okay? But I'm just giving you the lyrics as they were. But damn, and I know I didn't even say that right. That ain't the exact lyric. But yo, you know what I mean? Like, there are other lyrics like that in the song. It is what it is. God almighty have mercy. Woo! It's too real, y'all. It's too real. And let you blow up. Let you be on the same set the same day, and they say, hey, the guy right there with the outfit. Oh shit, that's my outfit. Who, me? Yes, you, sir. What's your name? I'm sorry. Are you an actor? Yes, I am. Well, guess what? This is your lucky day. We need somebody to say something to Miss So-and-so when she walks by. It's just one line, but we're going to, of course, pay you for it. You're going to get yourself a Taft Hartley today. Oh, my God, he got him a line. And it's going to spread like wildfire through all the background. I've been on sets when this shit happens, okay? And and now, the person who was so fronting on you, they may still front. I'm not saying they not, you know, yeah, well, more than likely, they're going to be that shallow, but they don't have to be. But I promise you, they more than likely will be that shallow. Suddenly, they'll be all up on you. Suddenly, they'll want to talk to you. Suddenly, they'll want to. So, oh my gosh, look at you, Mr. Superstar. And oh yeah, all of that. And smacking your arm and rubbing it and trying to feel your muscles and everything. I mean, man, come on, man. I'm not saying that's this person, but I've been there with others, is my point. And they were the type. They were this type. And to speak of my own shortcoming again, my fail is that I become a subject of my my environment, man. Product of my environment. Like, in that environment, it's so common that you start not looking at those types of women like, oh, I know I'm not messing with that, because you've done it before. It's not like it's not strange to you. You've been there before. You know, I've had the intimacy with the girl that looks untouchable, like straight up. I mean, with the one that if I, you know, I ain't about that life, but sometimes I'll be wanting to be just floss, because the older you get, you want to let motherfuckers know what you done accomplished. Be like, man, y'all really don't know who's in the room right now. Let me show my resume. Yeah, that's how you be feeling. You be wanting to drop the resume on fools. Like, yep, this is my baby. This is my sweetie. This is my boo. This is my bae right here. This is my little fling thing. This was a hot night. Good gosh, didn't wanted it more to be a night, more than just a night. But you know, they flaky and they crazy and weird. So you have to just take what you can get and keep it moving sometimes. But I'd have all them stories. And then some, I swear. But you start feeling like, you know, at a certain point you realize there's a lesson in this, man, because it's not all roses, it's not all fun. I'm not gonna pretend it is. Yeah, if you get to the loving, to the goody good, sure, that's always the cherry on top. Well, I ain't gonna say always, sometimes that can be a mess, but most of the time, you know, a lady keeps herself up and all that, you know, you win it, man, you win it. It's gonna be a good time, right? But after the good time, man, after the laughter, you're filled with tears. I mean, because these people are shallow as shit. So once you get past what is so common for them, you know, sexual energy is every day for these types. That's what they sell. Or the mythology of it. They know, hey man, I'm not much without this makeup on and this hair and all this other bullshit and my filters. And so when that's not around, oh my gosh, see how bad it get down. I'm telling you, this woman looked like a whole nother person all day. And it kept getting worse because then the sun came up, the light was bright on the subject. And this was a role where we're supposed to look older, well, not really older. We can look we're the ages we are. We're not trying to play. Typically in Hollywood, you're going to play a role where you don't have to be exactly your age. You're playing 35, but you're actually 45. You're playing 45, but you're actually 55, you know, and on and on and on, right? So it's that kind of thing. And this is one of those where they just want you to be what you are. Like, this, you know, so, and it specifically had in all the call sheet information, you know, for ladies. And I didn't really, you know, I don't really pay a lot of attention to their stuff. I'm looking at my own, because when you're getting ready to go to set, guys, we already know what we got to do. Oh, the role as dads. Okay, yeah, man, just, I got that all day, easy. Suburban dad again. I've done that so many times. Like, you know what I mean? Get your nicest polo or a button-up shirt, but not too nice, because you don't want to be the Mr. Fly guy. You're supposed to be the kind of cool, maybe used to be cool, sort of boring dads, because they don't want you too flashy, because it's one of these where they got the color palette that's all grays and khakis and mauve and freaking sap green and shit. I mean, ain't nothing up in that motherfucker bright. Ain't nobody got on no popping color. Maybe every now and then one or two people, but they're the one. They let them have some personality. Everybody else is just looking like, yeah, we all shop at the Gap when it's the clearance rack at the Gap, you know. Which is not, I'm not dissing the Gap. It's nice clothes, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying we all look like we came out the same printer. You feel me? And that they want that. That's the look of that particular show. So she had like this oversized, probably a man's shirt. It looked like a man's shirt, dress shirt, and to cover up her shape. And at first I'm thinking she's trying to cover up her curves, because I know she's curvy. She got that, you know, she got that Coke bottle, but it's like bump, the patal, big old boobies and big old back bubble. No, it's trying to cover it. That wasn't what that was. That was trying to cover up the, I know I'm not gonna have all my makeup and stuff today, so I don't want to even look at myself in the mirror walking past something and realize how much more thick my thighs are with the cottage cheese and the tattoos are fading and nothing is really looking like it used to look. And I'm just like, I can't believe this is the same person I see online flossing monthly, weekly over these past few years. Man, that makeup and them lights and them night environments and all that shit will cover up the truth, people. And I'm not saying this woman, I don't go as far as ugly. No, she's still a cute woman. She's cute. if nothing else, she's just cute. But in terms of dynamic and just exotically fine like she looks online, no, that's not the case. Take away all the bells and whistles, baby, and it's I'm just being real, damn it. So to have the audacity to tell me that she only dates superstar athletes and rappers, but is not dating right now, I guess not, boo. Like, can you really be real with yourself as to why you're not dating right now? You can say you're trying to mend your heart because those kind of guys screw over you, and I would believe that for sure. But you also probably self-shaming yourself for all the shit you talk and floss, but you know you really ain't got that much going on. You really ain't. Yeah, you got your personal achievements, you're doing your thing as an actress, you're trying to climb that ladder, but you're still in the same place most of us are. We'll have a major part, and then if you want to stay on set, you're going to go back to background. Or you're going to sit by the phone for a whole year and nothing. That's the reality of this business. It's cut fucking... They don't give a shit you just had a speaking part on a major whatever. Oh, that was nice. Did they keep you? No, it's just a one day, a day play a role. Okay, so today we're going to have you take all that shit off, get off them lashes, take away all them acrylic nails and everything, and you're going to be a real plain looking Jane. I mean, we're not putting on no foundation or nothing. We're going to see all your sunspots, freckles, and everything. Well, I don't have no problem with freckles, but I'm just saying, all the stuff they usually cover up will be seen. You feel me? If the boobs usually sit in the real high bosom thing that's holding them up to here, we're gonna let them fall today. And damn, the legend who just had his birthday, 85th birthday, George Clinton, sang it with Parliament. He said, "I keep hanging in there. That's the only way. Recollections of what Granddaddy used to say." The way. My mind and mine and mine and mine will always, yeah. Don't be always ever gonna take it away. I see the. I forgot some of the lyrics. Yeah. It tells me. In this world today. Now that was back then, and that lyric is still true. Fantasy is reality in this world today, man. What are you believing? What are you trying to be achieving when these things ain't worth going after in the first place? But that's what I had to wake up to, y'all. That's what I had to wake up to, and it was okay. I'm so happy it worked just the way it did. Like, I couldn't ask for a better lesson in real time, from getting a message within short distance of going to set and seeing that person right away, shamefully. And then all day I didn't try to talk to him, anything. There was only one moment where it was kind of like she was a little too close. And I know she wanted the attention. She thought she was gonna play the whole, you're gonna come over and want to talk to me. No, baby, I'm good. You are fine. Because you're not regular like me. I mean, you fine, right? I ain't sweating you. There's plenty of other folk here I can get at. I ain't worrying about you all day. And there was just one little moment where she was too close, so she kind of forced a brief moment of chit chat. Like, there was bugs, it's hot outside. She was spraying up her legs, and she gotta flex that shit all in front of me spraying. I'm like, if you only knew how them legs don't look the same to me right now. She got some nice muscular legs or whatever, but like, I swear everything looked different. Everything had more of what I didn't think it did. And I was just like, wow, what the hell was I thinking, man? Why was I sweating this person? I'll tell you what he was thinking. You weren't. You were basing it on the fantasy. Fantasy is reality in this world today. You got to get out your head when you start. The minute you start saying to yourself, man, how well do I know this person? Not well at all. Have you seen enough to know you would really like what you think you like? No. don't keep going. Just like, and be persistent about demanding more details. And if they don't want to give them, leave them alone. Because they're hiding. They know they ain't got it. They don't want you to know them well. They don't want to really hang out and talk and get to know you. And there are people who literally build whole bullshit relationships off of little quick moments and shady bullshit. And the only way they can even function is with a goddamn drink or some weed or whatever the fuck. That's why I don't like none of that shit. I don't smoke. I don't. And I'm not gonna go too deep into this person's situation, but I know they're definitely deep. So much so that when I told him, I said, I know, if you smoke, that's not my thing. But I didn't think it was anything other than the, little vape box stuff. She came back talking about in the message, I don't do that anymore. So I don't know where you thought that. And I said, only because that's all I saw when I met you. I mean, good to know you quit. Congratulations, right? So I'm thinking that's all that meant. Yeah, I let go of all that smoking stuff, right? I'm on the same set I'm talking about the other day, y'all. Why I see this person sparking up a goddamn cigarette, and it looked like they bummed it off of somebody. Maybe it was theirs. I don't know. That'd make it worse if it was theirs. No. It's worse either way. One way is like you couldn't wait to get to a moment to smoke it. The other way is you was fiending and it was like, you got one, let me get one. And I'm watching them spark up from a distance. I'm saying, I thought you said what? Huh? You were bragging about you stopped the vape, but you still doing that? Like you think that's better? Like what? I mean, there was no chance in the world then of anything that ever had been in the back of my mind. But honestly, I was over it that morning. When I saw that person and I said, wow, how different things look in the real light. I am done. Like, and the energy was just like, I think she was trying to figure out where my head was on it, because I do what typical dudes do when they send a message the way I did and get shot down. Like, they'd be like, yo, that was kind of cold how you did me the other day. I wasn't gonna say shit. I was like it never happened. That's what I did. That's what I did. Now I admit, in the back of my mind, I wanted it all day. I said, if she started talking to me, because I said that's gonna wait. I'm not going over to her. I said, if she comes up too close, like that moment that did happen, and it didn't go the way I planned it in my head. But I was like, if she get up in front of me trying to chit chat and all that, or act like, I know how things went in that little message, and I just want you to know, you're really cool, and we're still cool. Or what, if she does any of that, I'd be like, hey, you know how it goes, superstar? I'm just out here doing regular things with the regular people on a regular set and regular background. I was gonna regular the fuck out of her, and I was gonna laugh about it. Like, don't think I'm mad. It's hilarious at this point. I didn't have a chance to defuse the bomb, so I'm good. Trust me, I'm fine. But I want you to know that's how that sounded when I read it. Now that you're in front of me, I swear I was gonna say, just they doing regular things, regular people on a regular movie set with a regular background extra role, because we all regular here, not you now. I mean, even though you're doing background too, I know you here. What are you doing here? You date nothing but superstars. You a baller. You ain't gonna get the hell on with all that bullshit. Oh my gosh, what people will say for themselves to other people. Just, man, keep your dumb shit to yourself. Don't be repeating that. That's your pep talk. Don't give nobody else that dumb shit. I'm standing right here in front of you on the set. Talking about you don't smoke no more. You smoking cigarettes. Talking about you date superstars and you don't do certain types of roles no more. And you still got the fans of only. And you around here doing background like me still. Where we at, baby? Should never be no shame in any part of the journey. That's the lesson, people. Accept where you at, embrace it, because it's all worth it. It's all part of your story, and it's all gonna help you become the version of you yet to be. Peace and blessings. ONYXCON, the business.